You know, I've been waiting to make this video for a long time, and it's not because something went wrong or something changed, but because something inside of me, it's been pushing for more. So over the last few years, I've been fortunate enough to build a life that on paper looks exactly how I imagined it. And for those who don't know me, I've been working as a real estate agent in Dubai for over 3 years. I've built a very strong business, generated over 7 figures in revenue, and I've laid a very good foundation. I've sold lots of projects, built a renovation company, and created an opportunity that once I'd only hoped for. And if I'm honest, that's what I thought the goal was. I think a lot of young men believe the same thing. We tell ourselves that if we just work hard enough to earn this much money, build enough, then everything will click into place. We'll feel settled, we'll feel fulfilled. We'll feel like we've arrived. But what I've realized recently is that that achievement, it doesn't end. Okay, it just changes the questions you ask. Because once you prove to yourself that you can build something, you start to ask yourself what you're actually building it for, what is your why. And I've noticed, not just in myself, but in a lot of men around me, men who are capable, driven, disciplined, but they're quietly searching for something deeper. They feel lost. They feel a stronger sense of purpose. They want a clearer sense of direction, and they want a life that feels aligned. They don't just associate that with money. And one thing I've realized is how disconnected we've all become. Even myself, I look back, holidays that I've been on, places I know that I've visited, I've seen photos, and I barely remember taking them. I barely remember being there. I was present physically, but I wasn't there mentally. And I'm always thinking about another deal, like the next move, the next notification. And I don't think it's just me. We live in an environment now where there's constant noise, constant information, constant distraction, constant comparison. You turn on the news and there's always some sort of conflict, instability, uncertainty. I mean, even here in Dubai, as I make this video with Iran, you feel it in the background of your conversations and in the headlines. And when you start combining that with social media, pressure, expectations, and the endless list of things we tell ourselves we should be doing, it's no surprise so many men feel lost. We start second guessing ourselves. We start thinking about the what ifs, what paths we should take, the decisions we might have made, what we might have or should have done differently. And you tell yourself, if I just did that, maybe things would be clearer. If I just achieved this, maybe I'd feel settled. But this clarity, it never comes because we're chasing the next milestone. And over time, all of that noise pulls you further and further away from yourself. You stop being present. You stop feeling grounded. You stop asking yourself what actually matters. And for me, that realization has been building for a while now. Last year especially, I pushed myself physically and mentally harder than ever. I competed in events like the T100, 100-kilometer triathlon, completed in multiple triathlons. I took on a high rocks, climbed a 35-kilometer trail run up a mountain, and I trained relentlessly, all while continuing to grow my business and build my brand, my real estate brand. And this video, it's not about slowing down, and it's definitely not about stepping away from the work. If anything, this is about stepping into my own personal new phase, a version of myself that's willing to grow in ways that aren't just financial or professional, but actually personal and spiritual and human. Because through all of this, one thing that has become really clear to me, what drives me the most, it's not just achievement, it's impact. You see, I've always found purpose in bringing people together, whether that's through business, training, community, and helping other men, okay, see what they think they're capable of. And I think a lot of men right now, they feel like they're meant for more, but they don't know where to start or don't know where to look for it. So this year, I'm doing something different. I'm actually going to be stepping outside of my normal environment and putting myself in situations around the world, that challenge me in many new ways. Different cultures, different environments, different conversations, and not just for the sake of adventure, but for clarity. And the first step in this process, I'm going on a deep spiritual retreat in Mexico, okay? I'm not going there to expect answers, but I'm going there to be open to learning about myself, my direction, and what actually creates meaningful life. And this channel is going to document that journey, not as some polished success story, but as an honest process of growth, challenge, and discovery. Because if you're someone who's doing well, but still feel like there's another level of life that you've not quite unlocked, then maybe this journey will reason with you too. I'm not claiming to have the answers, but I am committed to going and looking for them. And this is where the search begins. I meet countless men, especially in Dubai, who just feel lost. men with families, men who are multimillionaires, you know, that just feel like there's something missing, there's a deep fulfillment that's just, they don't know what it is. And like I say, I'm not here trying to give the answers or tell you what the answers are, because I don't know them myself just right now. But this journey is going to be extra special. It's going to be a journey of hardships. It's going to be a journey of education for myself personally and hopefully for you. And I want to take you on it. It's going to be very exciting. And one thing that I want to give back, I'm going to leave a link in the description, and this is going to be a completely free email list. Now, don't expect me to come and start selling courses, or this is not no sales funnel. This is me where I can maybe document a little bit more in detail of what actually happened behind the scenes, especially when I go and do these deep spiritual retreats, to give you more of an insight, personal insight that maybe right now I'm not super comfortable talking about on camera for everyone to see. All you need to do is leave your details below. As I say, this is no spam, this is not no sales pitch. This is just me going to be giving you a deeper insight into the journey itself. I look forward on taking you on my journey, and very much hope we can connect in the future. I'll see you there.